to join my Instagram, which is the real Sokostina, and because he also wanted his fans to hear this and make it work. So I'm also going to try this out while I read your messages and wait for him to join. This one says, hi, Sokostina. It's Danny from the US. Okay. Oh, some people are complaining that they can't log on to the US, North America, and welcome back. Thank you, Danny. Enjoying. Welcome back to you, Sokostina. Samkuyu Honde Valley. Hi, Soko. Right, it's Fabian Chinorwira from Mount Pleasant Heights. This one says hello, just hello. Hi, back at you. Hi, Sokosha. Betty Makaya Kurwizia definitely will get you for that one. Hi, Sokostina. Small feather Wageti. Did you know that I had an eye issue? Looking forward to your complete healing and restoration, and we'll still have had a chance to talk after the Teen World Rora Day. Oh, yes, I remember. I'm waiting for Rick. There's actually works. Let's see. Okay. I am waiting for Rick. Hi, Rick. Can you hear me?
Hi, Soko. How are you?
Yes, it's working.
Oh my gosh. I get so excited.
How are you doing?
I'm really good, thank you. Yeah, how are you? How
You're
is Zimbabwe?
I am. Zimbabwe is the most, Rick. I mean, so much is going on in the country besides the heat and all the weather. And like, don't get fooled by this. I'm in studio, and studio is very cold. So let me just welcome first all your viewers and your fans. You are on Star FM Zimbabwe, and we are interviewing our very own. We claim him when he's doing the most. He's ours.
I'm back on Star FM. That's when I first met you. Star FM. Yeah, so good.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, we're so excited to have you here, Rick. So if you don't know Rick, for the Zimbabweans that are listening on the Star FM platform, Rick Costnet was born and bred. Okay, half of him was bred here in Zimbabwe. And he grew up in Chegutu on a farm, and we're going to talk about that. And then he relocated later and went to Queensland in Australia. And of course, he went there to varsity. Then he started producing when he was there, and then he got absolute breakthrough when he went to the US. And if you watch The Flash, or you've watched Vampire Diaries or Quantico, he's the guy called Eddie Thorne in The Flash. Now, before, I'm like the most excited that they resurrected you back. Like, that is so cool, Rick.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And you know, I really wish I could say more, because I mean, it must be kind of quite frustrating. I must, you know, for people who are just like, please, are you back as this? Are you doing that? Are you doing this? You know, I can't say, but I have been filming some, and I'm going to be maybe filming some more early next year. And it's just really great to see everyone, and you know, it's very surreal to
was it like absolutely nostalgic for you?
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment, you know. I mean, like when I first arrived back as well, because you know, me, Grant, and Candace were actually all just, you know, I arrived and they were filming a scene, and they came off stage, and the three of us were just standing there going, oh my God, this is so weird. This is so weird. Because also I had long hair and a beard, and Grant has a kid.
Right.
And, you know, it had been 5 years since I'd been on the show. So yeah, long time.
7 seasons. Listen, if I ever heard of a comeback, now you're the king of comeback. I mean, come on. Okay, I'm sure growing up in Zimbabwe taught you that comebacks is a real thing, right?
Oh my gosh, 100%. You cannot keep me down. I will always, you know, I'll always be coming back. You can't get rid of me.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think you're actually back like Musana. I mean, back like Musana.
Oh, right, Musana. I remember that.
Yes, you're back like Musana, when Musana means back in Shona anyway. So you grew up in Chegu too. Please tell people how beautiful Zimbabwe is.
I mean, it's beyond words, really, you know, to describe what it's like when people say, "What was it like growing up in Zimbabwe?" Um, you know, the beauty runs so deep, you know, with not only with
Right.
the, you know, the landscape and you know, the bush and through the seasons, how it gets so green and lush, and then so, you know,
Mm-hmm.
changes color and then gets so beautiful with the golden grass. But the people are just absolutely incredible, incredible people like you'll never find anywhere. So unique. And um, I mean, I feel like an outsider now explaining it, but you know, I guess I'm of explaining it to a very wide variety of people who are on this wonderful
Yes.
thing called the internet, and also obviously all the Zim people on this on the radio waves. So yeah, I mean, it holds a very, very deep place in my heart, obviously. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you do you still speak any Shona at all, or Aussie and the US took away everything from us?
Do you know Dashanda? Like that's, you know, like,
What
or
did you just
Handine
say?
Dashanda. You don't even know what I'm
What?
saying. That's really, really great.
I can hear the Shanga part. What did you say?
I said, Ndino da Shanda.
Oh, and you know Dakushanda. I like to work. Is that what you
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
At least I speak gibberish.
That,
So do tell me
that's a fail.
your journey from being I mean, for me, I want to understand what you were going through these other 7 seasons when you're watching your other family, which is basically your whole family from The Flash. How was that? Did you have like what? How was
Yeah,
that?
I couldn't watch it. Like it was too sad for me. So you know, I didn't watch it. It was really quite a lot more, I think, sad than I thought it would be. You know, I was like, okay, cool, like
Why?
that, you know, kind of quite tragic for the storyline, and also, but I felt like no, it's all good. Like I'll just move on to the next thing, and I did. You know, I moved on to Quantico, but then over the years, you know, it's become such a great and very successful show, and it has been difficult, to be honest, to be um, you know, kind of still auditioning and knowing that, you know, something, you know, what could have been, but it was never meant to be, you know, it's like a timeline that never happened. So,
Absolutely.
you know, you can't say coulda, woulda, shoulda. But I must say it is nice to be able to come back and everything, you know, life things do happen for a reason. Um,
Right?
you know, is one of the things in the show too, one of the themes. But you know, and so those things are
I'm
very
just,
to
you know
me.
what? I want to hear when the call came. What were you doing? What were you doing? Because you didn't audition for anything. They literally called you back. What were you doing?
Yes, well, you know, we get like emails when they want us to want me to come back, checking if I'm available. So it's kind of it's not like a you know like a moment. It's more it's more like a oh maybe okay we'll see and you know so
Do you
so
maybe the
just
Flash?
gradual excitement. What's that?
You
No,
said maybe
I
to
didn't say
them?
maybe. No,
Okay.
I've never said maybe. They asked me once for the 100th episode, and they didn't end up using me. And then yeah, they just asked again, and yeah, we said yes, I'm available to do it, and then you just have to wait
Did you
until
do a dance? Did you
it's
do
fine.
like a
Well, I don't
Zimbabwean
like to get excited
ancestral dance?
until the deal's done. You know what I mean? So
What, you hold it? I can't. I'm not that person. I would
no,
be like all over like body lotion. I'll
no,
be like,
you see, I don't know because as well. This is like with you know acting as well. It's like you don't know until it's final. So it's like you don't know whether to prepare yourself for terrible disappointment
oh,
or happiness.
because
And so
they
it's
could
kind of like
actually edit you out. They could edit you out,
you
hey?
have to. Well, no, no, no. I mean, when they check your availability, it's not like 100%, right? And then
Okay.
they'll only offer it to you when the actual offer comes through. Yeah, and so you have to wait like about a few weeks or like a month to see if it's gonna.
I could never. I'm not that girl. I would be like,
Oh my God, this is
so
my life.
excited.
It's my life.
I would call
Time.
everybody.
You know, I'm waiting for a film that I've done like all the final callbacks and everything. And I'm on the top of the list and all that good stuff. But you just never know, and you have to just kind of brace yourself.
So I mean,
Either way.
So it's also possible. It's also possible that Quantico could call you back. So there's no way people. I mean, so that means anyone can come back. I mean, people could die and literally.
Yeah, if the show's still running, absolutely. And they usually do, you know, which is great. But, you know, who knows? I mean, I'm looking even further. I would love to have my own, like, spin-off show from that show, you know.
Ooh, hey.
Can
you see, my phone is even shocked. It's dropping. You would be so great with your own spin-off. Yeah, well, wait. It's behaving badly. I mean, we're improvising, so... You know, when you're improvising, things are always trying to go south. So I know you were also growing your hair, and I know this is like a Hollywood conversation because a lot of people are asking on my WhatsApp how you felt when you had to cut your hair. Yeah, well, like I can't say, you know, exactly what it was for, but it was on the flash that I got it cut, and it was, to be honest, it was actually surprisingly liberating. Like it took, you know, like all of like 20 minutes and it just came off and I just let it go. I grabbed my hair from the floor and was like being very dramatic, and said goodbye to it and said goodbye to all those things that I, you know, experienced while my hair. You still do look absolutely handsome, like Rick. Keep talking. You're a sight for sore eyes. Do they tell you this? Like you are a sight for sore eyes. Well, you know, I've said it that way, to the lighting and the angles of this house. I need to try and keep working, you know? So I want to ask, I want to play some music because there are people here who've never had Zimbabwean music. Which one of the Zimbabwean artists do you know? I want to play just for a break so you can breathe. You know, like who do you know? Mutakudzi, Andy Brown, and actually Andy Brown used to what? Mapurisa. Let me find Mapurisa. What have you done? Did you run away from school? You know what that song means, right? Yeah. Had you run away from school? No, I was scared at school. Like bad things I used to do was smoke cigarettes while my friends were smoking weed. But on the weekends I would go out in Harare and Kadoma since I was like 14. Yeah, because you were a farm boy just like me. That's right. Like we both grew up. Yeah. So I'm gonna play Mapurisa and I'm sure people are gonna able to hear it. So if you're just joining us, you're on Star FM, sounding good all the time. My name is Sokostina, the Queen Monkey herself. And I'm talking to Rick Cosnet, the superstar from Zimbabwe who is on the Flash. We can't wait for the season. So let me play you one of his favorite songs when he was growing up, Mapurisa. Andy Brown, may his soul rest in peace, yeah? Yes. Yes. I don't know where it's gone. Let's see. Where did my song go? There you go. That's right. And I guess it's morning. Yes. I mean, Mangwanani. That's it. Oh, this is my God. yeah, Yui, and I can see Rick here. What are you doing? What's this Viaga Dumba? I know you love this Viaga Dumba. Can you even sing Viaga Dumba?
Yeah, I know. Can I sing Bhagavad? Yeah, I can.
You can do it. Let's hear it.
Soko Pindam
Eh.
kati para kadumba para kadumba. Amina judeksheni.
Oh my God, that's such a beautiful. It like brings so many memories. What do you remember about this Viaga Dumba thing? Did you used to play it at the farm?
Yeah, I used to play it on the farm all the time. It was our favorite one. I mean,
Right.
we had so many, games that we used to play with the kids, and we used to, teach them games. They would teach us games, and Vayagabumba was like the our ultimate song. With the climax of the whole thing, which is Torse Air, and then everyone goes, yeah,
and then everybody goes. What else do you remember? What other songs do you remember?
I remember another one where you had to stand really still, like a statue at the end, and it was like,
all right,
and then everyone would like, start laughing already, and then like teetering on the edge, and then
what? You need to teach me that game. So how would you play that game?
I only remember the end of it. Like it was like this dance. It was like this great dance. Okay, so everyone has to move around a lot. It was kind of like, statues, and then at the end, and then you had to stop in the position you were in, and then people would always
if you moved
over, and then whoever moved would go out. And then you get less and less people. Yeah.
So you were born in a family of how many, Rick?
3. It's me and my older sister and younger sister. Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah. My younger sister's here in Los Angeles, which is really great for me. And my older sister's in Australia with my family, with my mum and dad and her 2 girls. And so we moved to Australia in 2000, and they've been there ever since. Yeah.
Right. And you how was the move for you? Because you literally moved 3 continents, Rick.
I know.
Africa,
right?
Australia, US. How was that for you?
Yeah, it is like living on 3 different planets, really. I mean, we were excited to go to Australia because we'd never been, we'd only been to Zim in South Africa ever before when I was 16, turning 17. And, we arrived in Australia, we're like, oh my God, like, look at these shops and everything. And then after like 6 weeks, we were like, okay, cool. Can we like go home now? And it was like, no, never go back. Oh, okay. So it was a bit of a shock, really. I was like, I hate gum trees. I hate, I hate Australia. I was like, but after like a year or so, you get friends and you start to, and then I went to drama school as well when I was 18. So, I'm very distracted by that. And it was also incredible kind of emotional awakening for me, and a very kind of and terrifying time. But stood me in good stead now in hindsight, because I was very shy and I was very, You
were shy with that voice, Rick. I mean, that voice is to die for.
Stop it. I couldn't control my voice either in voice class. I was always like, I wasn't, so it took a while to find it, I guess. And
really?
Yeah, I know. And I used to think, God, I wish I was confident. I wish I was all these things.
But you listen, you were dealt good cards, Rick. You were dealt the looks, the hair, the voice, the personality, and the heart. Like, you have a beautiful dick.
Wait.
What?
I thought you said something else.
No, deck of cards.
Okay, a deck
Get
of
your
cards.
head out of the gutter.
Right. I was really quite dumbstruck for a second there.
You are naughty. You are so naughty.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So when did you get your confidence? After the school of the acting school?
Right, right. The school of, I don't know what it was, at drama school. But yeah, yeah, I mean, no, you know, it kind of came and went, ebbs and flows. I remember thinking once there was this really confident guy who lived with my older sister in Brisbane. I was like, I wish one day I could be like that, you know. I think it came from constantly putting myself in uncomfortable situations, constantly being uncomfortable. The more you do that, obviously, the more you get used to it, and the more
Right.
risks that you take, the more that you know can be whoever you are. And also, my sexuality thing was all kind of like entangled in that, you know,
Right.
and not feeling like I had to be a certain way growing up in the community to be
Mm.
accepted. And then coming out on the other side of that, realizing, you know, that you need, if you accept yourself, other people will accept you.
Right.
You know,
Uh-huh.
it can go the other way with a community. You know, you don't have to be separate from them. If you're comfortable with yourself, people kind of love it. You know, they love kind of, you know, embracing difference. You just
Absolutely.
make them know how. Yeah.
Yeah, but someone here on everybody thinks I said the D word. Like people are so dirty. Anyway, I was talking about cards. How would I get to that? But you know, thank God I do a midnight show here in Zimbabwe, so I can get away with some of these things. Oh, Rick, someone asked, did you change your accents from British to Aussie to American? Do you sometimes confuse them? Because you had a serious British accent, then you went down under, yeah, and then now
British
you've got an American accent. Yeah,
accent. I
you
got a British
did. You had a
accent.
British accent. You
When?
did.
Yesterday.
When you were at Peter House, you think at Peter House you were speaking Australian English.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, right, right, right. It did sound very kind of, yeah, English sounding, I guess. Yeah. So like a Zimbabwean English accent, right?
Is it? Wait. So are you
So
saying I have a Zimbabwean English accent? Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
did. Yeah. Anyway, because I get confused because people here are like, "Oh, you're British," you know. I'm like, "Well, not British,
You are
but
British. We were British colonized. You
this
speak
is true."
Brit
So
English.
maybe I should just say that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, look, yeah, I don't know what my accent is anymore. It's kind of messed up, because, right? It's like I feel like I went to some international school in fucking Singapore or something. But like, it's like when you know when you look at home videos of us as kids, you know, like we really sound like, oh come on, man. I love that, you know, that really kind of,
Right.
I guess that like Britishism sounding. Um, and then yeah, Australia. I because I had so many friends from Australia, and I was an actor as well, and I tried, you know, I played
Right.
Australian roles. I guess I just kind of fell into that, even though I was a little bit older when I
Hmm.
arrived there. And then here, I've also tried to be American for so long, you know, so it's a bit of a mind, you know. Um, so I don't even know. When I gave a speech at my friend's wedding years ago, they were like, "You sound." They all said, "You sound so American." You know, look, I was like a little upstart, like in Zim, you know, I was like on the farm, like I remember like looking at the moon. I used to go out, I used to sleepwalk outside and like look at the moon and start crying. Like I thought, and
Right.
I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't think I'm actually from here. I think I'm from another planet. Um, and because I was like, I wanted to be cool, you know what I mean? Like our friends would come from England and I would suddenly be speaking like I was from like, you know, like Dorchester or something. So
Okay, so wait. So
I
you
don't know
okay, so
my
wait.
accent, how
Like you were
authentic it is.
in so so I guess I can pitch for you right now to make it to either Downton Abbey or
Oh
what's
yeah.
that one that made everybody go crazy?
I'll be 100% into that. I mean, Jane Austen films, you know, anything like Gosford Park. That's my like I definitely have to do one of those before I die. It's a must.
Well, so everyone says you invented your own accent. You sound what you want. Like, I mean, just flourish, flourish in your own.
You.
I just learned today I have a Zimbabwean English accent. I thought I had a normal English accent. You know what I
Well, you
mean?
do. You do, but like I think like English people from London do sound different. You know,
No, no, those ones are extreme. So,
that's what
what
I
are you
mean.
working on right now?
You have a
What are
pretty
you working on, or what have you been working on?
so I've been working on a number of things actually. We actually have we did we did a film that's being shown, I believe, at the Zimbabwean International Film Festival
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, your time, which is Friday. So we actually have an interview for that that's going to be pre-recorded now because of the COVID rules. I think that came on in Zim.
Yeah.
Um, so that's with Tongai Chirisa, which is great. And so at the moment, it's just a short.
You did a film with Tongai.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay, that's so
And
cool.
oh gosh, yeah, it was so great. And this really incredible up and coming filmmaker who has won a development deal. So hopefully we're turning it into a feature film, which is really cool. Tongai is amazing as well. I've known him since I first came to Hollywood. Obviously, he's from Zim. Everyone knows him in Zim and in the world now. And so we're doing that. I've also been working on this film called I Hate. I also did a film called TV in Bed, which I shot in Idaho a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So I don't know when they're coming out, but yeah, then I'm going back on the Flash, and there's a few things in the pipeline as well, which is great. You know, things after the long quarantine, it's really exciting to be doing stuff and traveling again and being creative. I'm doing Jill and Sue as well, which is our show that we have on Instagram called The Vaucluse Daily, which is a workshop for a TV show, which is going really well. And it's
Right.
funny. Yeah.
So
Um,
I know that, is it 2017? When did you come here?
yes, because I had to map out for my visa all my trips because I just became American actually a couple of months ago. And I
Oh,
went 2017.
congratulations.
Yeah, I was there in Zim twice in 2017 and three times in 2000.
Okay, so tell me,
Yeah,
really, tell me your experience when you came to ZT, and how was that when you came
that was
home?
incredible. It really was to be with you guys and to be, I think also to be honest, to be outside our like white family friends network was just
Right?
a beautiful experience for me. Um, and something that, you know, I just guess I realized a lot more about the way we grew up and how things were, you know, residual, obviously from Rhodesia and, you know, in the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just really super fun. I was so obviously well taken care of by all you guys. I got to be on ZBC and Star FM and all. I never had such a great, you know, a grueling press schedule as the one you guys put together for me. And it was just like clockwork and so efficient. And I just had so much fun speaking to everyone. And, you know, just being back in Zim was really very special for me, especially in that capacity. Like, yeah, it really meant the world to me.
You know what I love about Zimbabweans is they claim their own, and they will show up for you, and they'll make sure the flag flies high and beautiful, and everybody sees that we're doing the most. But Rick, I think one thing I want to ask is, are you ever gonna come home literally and do something like your ground, your roots? This is where your novel is. You know, in the African
Yes,
culture, where your novel is where home is. Yeah.
I always will
So
be.
are you ever gonna come? Are you gonna come back and do something here?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's always been a dream of mine since I was a little kid. I always knew, you know, and I don't know exactly what capacity it will be in, but you know, I've written a script with Alexander Fuller and with Jesse Martin. Tom Guy has an amazing script as well that he wants to do in Zim. Um, and so, yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's
Well,
definitely
hint,
my.
hint. I need a part in
Oh
all
my God,
those.
Amy,
Hint,
of course.
hint.
You are at the top, right at the top. Okay, always.
Well,
You just
so what is the? What
Yeah.
is outside Zimbabwe? What is the future for you? What else is on your heart, and what do you intend to do?
hmm Yeah, I
What do
think
you want to do?
you know to now for me it's really reaching the next phase in my career. And
Right.
you know, I have certain projects in mind, films, you know, good TV, HBO is somewhere where I would love to work and to be. You know, theater as well is still big on my mind. There's a project I might be doing hopefully next May. Um, and so, you know, just to continue to try and be a good actor. That's always been my, you know, it makes me happy. I love doing it. And whenever I learn something about acting or become a little bit better, it's a good day for me. And then obviously, you know, producing and directing and mainly in mind, you know, it's been about coming back to Zim. Um,
Yeah.
that's, you know, I haven't really been interested in any producing or directing anything else. Like that's been my end game. So, you know, step by step. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody keeps asking me on my WhatsApp if you're coming back and I know you can't say, but are you a good guy or are you a villain? Like because listen, outside what they said, I went and I watched so many reviews. Like one time you're a villain, one time you're a good guy. Like we are so. When is this coming out? We are
Yeah.
tired of this. We just want to
I know.
watch. When
Me
is
too.
it coming out?
I feel like I'm tired of it as well. And I feel really bad that I'm not allowed to say anything, you know, because as well, like I hope like I hope it lives up to people's expectations of it because it has been such a long time since I've been on the show. But
Mm-hmm. No, what's happening? It's on my internet. It has to be Rick's internet. Someone is
really?
trying to call Rick.
Oh, really?
Okay, you're back. Yes, you're back. You're
Okay.
back now.
Dr. Maxfield, someone said. I just see in the comments. Hi. And yeah, so you know, I've been filming some. I'm going to film some more, and you know, I'm going to be back on your TV screen on that show in some capacity. And you know, you never know where this will lead as well. Like, I'm trying to be as mysterious as possible, and I'm sorry because I wish I could just tell you.
No, we're okay. We're tired of Hollywood people. They're always mysterious. But in your mysticism, we
Mm,
want to find out that have you ever had a point where you were so low? Because, we've watched a lot of movies or read so many stories of, other people start doing odd jobs because, they had reached a lull. Had you ever go through something like that?
yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like, it's been very up and down, you know, in Los Angeles, from when I first arrived to up until
Mm.
now, you know, up until right now. Like it's rags to riches to rags to riches to rags to riches, you know.
Really?
And
I
yeah,
mean, so you're Zimbabwean raised, Rick. I will get a
mm.
shambok and hit you. So didn't you have financial advisors so that you don't do this?
Well, I just mean emotionally, physically, financially, like it is a bit
Ah,
of a roller coaster, you know,
right.
because you don't have one permanent job that you hang on to the whole time. They always come to an end, no matter if they're, you know, a pilot, a season, 10 seasons. Obviously, after 10 seasons, which I haven't done, you know, yet, you would be
Yeah,
pretty even keeled, I think, after that. So I'm still
right.
you know, waiting to get up to the next step where I
I
won't have
think
to worry as much.
no, I think you've entered. This is your prime. You
Hmm
have now entered your prime. And I think people are going to see more of you. And I'm claiming him now. I know Rick personally. We are friends. So when he's so famous, please know that he's got a black friend in Zimbabwe. This is me. I'm the one. I'm the friend.
Honey,
Yes.
we'll be working together. We'll be working together.
I'm so
Trust.
proud of you. So when should we anticipate? Is it this year? Is it next year? When will you be on the screen?
Yeah, so I'm in the episode that's airing over New Year's so far.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I can say. Yeah.
Oh, that's all you can say. Is that all you've been sworn
It's
to
just
say?
after the Armageddon stuff. Yeah.
Ah, all
Uh,
right. And this one wants to know who are your actual friends in real life?
mm,
And another one wants to know, does Rick ever, what's that? Why did it disappear? Does Rick ever plan on doing anything with his singing talent? You sing?
that's awesome. I've done some musicals. I think I need to build up my confidence in that area, to be honest. Yeah, I would love to do stuff with my singing. And so thank you for that question. I'm going to work on that. What was the first
Mm.
question?
Who's your real best friend in real life?
My real best friends. I mean, I don't have one best friend, but I just have a
Yeah, we are plenty. He's
handful.
got best friends
No,
across the
I don't.
world in different
I have
area codes.
a, I mean, I have a handful of really close friends in just,
Right.
little LA and Australia and Zim. And then my best friend from Zim growing up lives in London. So I'm lucky that I have friends from nursery school still, and we're still exactly the same. I feel like that, yeah, when I come back to Zim too. I think the essence of you never really changes, right? I mean, that's, I guess, up for debate, but yeah.
You should just sing. Everybody is requesting for you to sing. So, Rick, would you encourage anyone out there who wants to get into acting, into Hollywood? Is it easy?
I would not say it's easy, but I would say that my friend gave me some really great advice when she came back from LA and she had got a manager and stuff. And I was like, wow, what should I do? And she goes, don't take advice from anyone, because everyone's
Hmm.
advice will be tainted by their own experience, and it will be
Right.
completely different for every single person. So there are no rules. There are no rules. I think um, it's different for everyone, and it's
Mm-hmm.
very much a personal choice. And you have to just really, really, if you really, 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 really want it above anything else, and it's the only thing you can do, then you need to go for it like a bullet train every single day.
Mm.
Um, but I think that's life too. Um, and yeah, I'm, not the expert on that, but I would just say that, in terms of confidence of this whole conversation, really, like, I have to thank you because it's really given me a lot, and some of the friends' questions. Um, you know, the number one thing it comes down to, I think, is building up that confidence inside of yourself. Telling yourself that you
Yeah.
can do things, telling yourself that you're great, and really loving yourself, which I didn't used to really understand what that was. Um, but it's basically supporting yourself, no matter what. And that always comes across, and that's the one thing that will always carry you through. Yeah.
You're definitely one person here just wrote you've given so much and you're authentic, Rick, and you're so loving and kind. What do you want outside the advice you've gotten and how you've carried yourself through? One says, how do I get out of depression if ever you've experienced it?
Mm. That's a really great question. I think there's a number of different tools that you have when you are depressed,
Mm-hmm.
that just get just everything will subconsciously start to rise. And the thing about that is you don't really, we're not really aware when we're in a particularly bad place how much until we're out of it.
Right.
Look back on it, go, wow. So, you know, exercise, it's always things that are difficult to do at that time when you don't want to do them, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's like moving my body, and it just brings on natural endorphins, right? And then that starts to
Right.
circle everything. Eating healthy is also a huge part of it for me, because it's the molecules in your body that are either like happy and jumping, or they're not. To me, that's you know, just from experience, those are the two things, like exercise and food, because it's, you know, you feel what your body feels a lot of the time. Um,
I ju- while we are on food, do you remember any Zimbabwean dishes?
of course, sadza nemuriwo.
That's like that, yeah. Okay. Someone on
Maputo,
WhatsApp said,
kapenta,
my
maputo,
Matemba.
matemba, and
Matemba,
kapenta.
yeah. Yeah, Carpenter. Yeah, you liked, they're called small, same age boys because they're all the same, like same age boys.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
we used to cook.
And yeah, that's delicious. We'll cook that for you when you come. This one is asking, and how do you advise any upcoming Zimbabwean stars? Because the industry here is still a bit crunched.
Hmm. Um,
So they,
yeah, I mean, look, it's you know, I think it's a matter of, you know, being able to be, you know, somehow being able to be good at your craft, right? And that's,
right.
I think, the anyway, approaching it from an angle that I just know is that some people do. A lot of people say to me in LA, like, oh, I actually do want to be an actor, you know, how to go about it. And it all this kind of baffles me. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, you know, if you're great at it, like straight off the bat, which I was not at all, then that's great. But if not, you need to go to university or train or do some kind of, or study it, and become obsessed with being good at it, right? Because
Right.
it's so much, for me, it's so much easier, so much harder than it looks. People make it look easy, and that's the art of it.
Mm-hmm.
Art of it is to make it look effortless. So I look and think, oh great, I could do that, and then I get up and go like, why is my body not responding that way? Oh my gosh, I sound weird, you know. Like, and so it's really frustrating. Um, so to
Right.
put those dreams into reality and just put them into practice and just start making things on your phone, start putting things out there. There's a lot of beautiful filmmakers in Zim that I've seen on, you know, Instagram that I know are, you know what I mean, and then, you know, see what's available, scholarships, etc., etc. If you really want to do it, you know, put everything into it. And
Mm.
goes for whatever you feel like you really want to do. Figure that out first. Um, and then, you know, like I had a life coach and acting teacher who really changed everything for me. And he
Mm-hmm.
your thinking from I can't and it's to this, it's to that, to I can, I will, I'll have, you know what I mean? And also just run towards it like every day. Just have that in your periphery. And you know, if you have access to the internet, you have access to all of this good stuff. And I think, you know, for
That's
me,
true.
life coaching really was the catalyst for me, and then the training as well. Um, yeah.
And this one also says, I've been really, it says, okay, hi, my name is Malvin, and everyone can call me Q. I really want to be an actor, but I never get a chance to be noticed. Does Rick happen to know how I can move practically to be on shows or start to be noticed?
Yeah, well, you know, for example, like almost the whole cast of The Flash, like, you know, we originally went to university and studied acting, um, and you know, acting and musical theater, a lot of them as well, and then did a
Mm-hmm.
lot of theater. Just you gotta get in there and really, you know, if you don't love doing it, if you don't love the act of doing it, then there's no point in doing it because it'll be kind of miserable for you because it's not a very stable career to have. But if you love it and you can't do anything else, then just do it, you know, all the time and every day. And
So, I mean, I would also want to ask Melvin if they're using TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, because,
if who
cast
is,
it out there, right? if the Marvin, the guy who just asked the
Oh yeah,
question, to say, I mean, he should also, like, you are on Instagram, you have a show on Instagram, you're on YouTube, you're all over, and he
yeah.
should do the same. Someone might
Put,
find him there.
put your work out there. Absolutely, yeah, 100%. Like, create good stuff and put it out there.
Mm,
Um,
yeah,
I mean, 100%. Like, that's definitely the way to go. It's the creativity and the craft of it all that will end up getting you somewhere. And I think that's important to remember. Is that
right,
people notice. I remember my acting teacher saying to me once, if you have it and you are it in Hollywood, for example, you can't run far enough away. People
right.
will find you. If you've worked on I mean, they didn't find me. I had to bang on a lot of doors and like chase people down. But like, that kind of always rang true to me. Like, okay, if you can do what, it all comes down to that, right? You're not just going to get plucked out of nowhere.
Right.
In maybe one in a million, but like, yeah.
Right. If you're just joining us, you're in Star FM, sounding good all the time. My name is Sokostina. They call me the Queen Monkey, and we are talking to Rick Cosnet, a Zimbabwean Australian American, born and bred in Chegutu, and we're celebrating his return to the Flash. It is coming in the new year onto your screen, so you better catch up on Netflix if you have not watched any of that. And you also can find him in Quantico, and you can also find him in The Vampire Diaries. Now, Rick, which is the worst part you ever got, but you still did it?
That's a great question. Um, God, to be honest, I can't think of it right now.
Because you don't want to insult anyone. I'm seeing
No.
what you're doing there. You don't want, because there could be the next big director. I see you. Okay.
Yeah,
So let's leave it. But
my
you do acknowledge that you've been in some terrible shows.
um, yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not coming to mind right now. Maybe I'm in denial.
You're in the Nile River. Coming back to Africa, swimming in denial. Fine.
Sure,
I'm gonna
in
let
some,
that
it will
one
be some
slide.
to come, but who knows? I have trouble answering that question. Next.
This one, the next question is, when are you bringing Comic Con
Comic-Con? Yeah, Comic-Con. Hmm.
to Africa?
I would love to be able to bring it myself, but I'm just a mere pawn in the Comic-Con world. And so yeah, I mean, that would be so cool to have. I mean, I think they do have Comic-Cons in South Africa.
Yeah, well, yeah, well,
And so,
Africa is Zimbabwe, guy.
yes, he's meaning Zim. I mean, I would love to bring a Comic-Con to Zim. And who knows, if I get my own spin-off series from The Flash, then I'll be bringing it.
Absolutely. I'm rooting for that
That'll
spin-off.
be
I'm rooting. And the,
a
and in
promise.
this spin-off, whoever is watching and is gonna write, everybody needs that big friend who just does crazy things in the spin-off. I'm the friend. I'm the friend. Okay,
Great. Yes. Oh my God, totally.
this one says, where can we buy some of your signed posters here in Zimbabwe? I guess I have to be your agent here. Then send them to me and I'll sell them for you.
Yeah, I mean, there is a way. I'll put the link in bio to get like headshots sent.
Right.
And that's online. That's all like online. Unfortunately, like poster wise, there isn't anything yet. But apart from Comic Cons, I sign a lot of posters at Comic Cons. But they're probably meaning like a Flash poster. But that would be a cool thing for me to maybe start up somehow. Flash posters.
Yeah. And this one says, congratulations, Rick. We can't wait for you to raise a Grammy for Zimbabwe. It's about time.
A Grammy?
That's what they said.
I can't wait either. This is my new singing career. It's starting right now. All right,
I
let's say
promise
hi.
you, we are sending
But
you all the love and light
I
and all the energy. We want
seriously
that
thank you so much.
Grammy, and
Like,
yeah, we do want it.
I mean, yeah, it means the world to me, honestly. Like to be able to represent Zimbabwe is like, yeah, it is my, and as you say, it will always be like my navel, my home. And
Right.
I feel very honored to be, supported by everyone in Zim, especially and on this call.
Well,
It really is touching me.
I know. And I promised you 30, and I know you didn't notice we're already at 50
Oh,
minutes.
it's fine. Once you get me started talking about myself, you never get me off.
Everybody is like that. When they start talking about themselves, they go on and on and on and on and
That's
on.
good. Yeah.
This one says, my family is not English, but we did follow the conversation, and they also say you're very sexy. So Rick,
Thank
after
you.
you, I have an hour where I speak about Morning Glory. Now, Morning Glory
Oh,
is a show
wow.
we talk about sex. Yes,
Yes,
healthy sex.
I remember you doing a show like that. And I was wondering if this might
Yes.
be, yeah.
Well, I do get naughty. I can't resist. It has to happen. So, and today we're talking about codes. Codes of you want to have sex. Do you have any codes? Like you don't say what you're saying, but you're saying what you're saying. Do you have any of those?
Yeah, for sure. Like, definitely, like, it's all in the eyes for me. Like, I feel like everything can be communicated. Um,
What if you can't look at each other and
it's
you have to
that's
say
that's
something
difficult
and
sometimes.
they are
And
people?
then it's just too bad. Like, I've lost out, I think, on a lot of opportunities if you're just like kind of freaking out and looking away, then it's, I think I always like misread signs in that way too. Um, I think also like I've misread a lot of situations in my life. A lot of co-stars who it turns out I had a big crush on, who had crushes on me. I find out later on, down the
Like,
line.
why didn't you say something?
Yeah, I think I was very repressed growing up.
All
So,
right.
it would be very, yeah, healing. You have to send me one of your shows so I can listen in.
I will definitely. But it's like this. You and your partner, you are in a crowd and you suddenly get horny and you want to leave to have sex. How do you communicate without saying it? Like, do you have codes or do you have undercover words that you use to say, let's go home and get laid? Do you? Or
Me personally,
without texting? Yeah, no texting, no phone, no nothing. You have to say it like that's what we're talking about, that you need a code.
hmm
Like, did you
absolutely.
close the windows? Did you remember to close the windows? That is the let's go home now.
I love that one. I love that one.
Or did you feed the dog? Did you feed the dog? Because I didn't feed the dog. That's if you even have a dog.
Yeah,
Because some
because
of your
that's
friends will be
that's
like, you don't
that's
even have
also
a dog.
very believable. That one. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then only after you leave, people are like, I didn't know did they get a
They
dog?
don't have a dog.
Yeah, totally.
We should, I encourage everybody for the fun of it, and so that you have a fun sex life and
hmm
a fun adventure with your partner. Have these stupid codes, like,
Absolutely.
randomly
I mean,
just
you
say,
got to
I
spice
need
it
to
up.
go and get my hair washed. Let's go. I need to go get my hair washed. And everyone's like, but your hair looks fine. I'm like, yeah, but I need to go get it washed. And you're the only two who know what a hair wash means.
I love it. Yeah, it's got to be something believable like that. Oh, that's really great. I think that will bring people closer together as well.
Yeah, it would.
It's always about those little repartees that you have together, that connect you through, even if it's with friends but obviously with lovers. Yeah, that's really fun. I love this conversation.
Rick, I am forever indebted to you for always picking up my calls and giving me an interview. So is there any closing remarks you want to give before I let you go and be famous?
Well, look, it's honestly, it's been an honor and a privilege to be able to come on the airwaves in Zimbabwe again and be broadcast across the country with you, especially Soko. You are amazing, and I just love you so deeply. And thank you to everyone who's joined. It means so much, and your positivity and light, really, I hope I can give that all back to you guys and you, Soko. Thank you.
And for those that don't know, Soko means monkey, and there are tribes in Zimbabwe. I'm in the monkey tribe. They call me the queen monkey. So it's not an insult. Call me the queen monkey.
Queen.
Yes, herself. So watch out for Rick Costner. Like, I am only watching The Flash because you are back in it. So this is a confession. I watched Until You Died. Then I stopped watching. Now I went and started watching the last season so that it makes sense. But what happened before, it's none of my business.
People say that a lot to
I'm just,
me. and no,
I promise
it means a
you.
lot to me.
I promise you, I'm not even lying, because I'm like, really, what's the point? I don't know anyone in there. And now I'm watching because I have to get ready for you coming back to the big screen. Wait,
Right.
I have the applause. And wait, why are you disappointing me? And the crowd goes, yeah!
Wow.
The crowd goes wild. Well, we are clapping hands this side. And we're so proud of you, Rick. All the best. And yes, I'm going to save this live. Everybody kept threatening me to save this live. If you want to watch this, you can go on my Instagram, The Real Sokostina, and see this. And of course, Star FM is so grateful to have you here. For those that are doubting, we are on radio. There you go.
Woo. Star FM.
Star FM. Right there. Thank you so much, Rick. Have a good afternoon. I'm doing the things that makes the pods to be done.
Yes, you too. Have a great show.
Thank you so much.
Ciao.
That is Rick ciao. That's Rick Cosnet, guys. And let me leave you with some beautiful music by Chengeto Brown and Amara Brown. Yeah? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm saving this.